Okay, here's the 2 minutes. This is my 2-minute drill, CAA. Okay, I talked about it in a longer episode, but I like to chop them up. Okay, Elon, Rhode Island, quality CAA teams, may be teams that you haven't traditionally heard about coming up in the CAA, but mark my words, Elon losing to Rhode Island. They're both one loss in the conference, but I think both teams are real quality teams. Elon's defense is really, really good with the 3-3 stack, and they do a great job mixing it up on offense. And Rhode Island, with a strong running game and an athletic quarterback, they were able to pull this game out of their nose by 10-17. To hear they chinny chin chin that grows from your nose to your lip to the chin, that's how close this game was. The tell of the game became turnovers. I know Coach Trish over there is going to be preaching it, and unfortunately they've had some great wins, but unfortunately this one came down to the turnover game, and they lost the turnover battle, turning the ball over 2 times, and they earned time of possession. They had time of possession almost. I think the time of possession, big picture, let's take a look. I think Rhode Island had the ball 28 minutes and 10 seconds. Elon had the ball 31 minutes and 50 seconds. But the difference in the game was the 2 turnovers, with Rhode Island winning a turnover battle with an interception and a fumble recovery. Shout out to Rhode Island. Keep it going. The CAA will be tight. Moving on as we keep going down the CAA path. Okay, now, this game is not a CAA conference game, but shout out to UNH. Coach Santos over there getting a W, shutting out Dartmouth. This is a local and state rival, and unfortunately the scholarship boys took down the Ivy Scholars 14-0, shutting Dartmouth out. That's difficult, and it's difficult on any level. So if any team has ever been shut out offensively, it is the worst thing that can happen to you. You got to lick your wounds, but I would only imagine Dartmouth will come back next week on fire. And defensively, it's the hardest thing to do, but it also can be the kiss of death, because shutting a team out can gas you and make you think you're better than what you are. And the reality, you were lights out on that particular night. And so cut the lights out when the game is out and show up tomorrow ready to work. All right. Hey, this was a big win, and this was a big win for Coach Stevens at UMaine. He needed this win. Just look, coming out the gate winless is difficult. You get 3, you go 0-3, it hurts. You go 0-4, it hurts even more, okay? Fortunately for him, he was able to get his first win last week versus Hampton, and who is a new CAA opponent or member. But this week, they got another new member to the CAA, not as new as Hampton, but Monmouth University, winning by 10. And Maine, the Black Bear was hungry, and it had hawk for dinner, winning 28-38. Shout out UMaine and Coach Stevens. Keep it rolling and keep the Bear hungry. All right, keeping it rolling in the CAA. We had a barn burner. We just spoke about Hampton newly moving to the CAA. They've gotten their first CAA victory over Albany, the Great Danes, 38-37 in overtime. Came down to extra point. Shout out Coach Benson. We'll get into the Ivy League, but extra points. Don't take the playoff. All right, keep it rolling. Villanova coming off of a big win against Maine, getting their first CAA win. But now they had to travel down south to Richmond, Virginia, and unfortunately, they came up short 10-20. Stony Brook fought them. The Battle of the Bridge, New York. Travel over to Whitestone, straight to Long Island, and take the Long Island Parkway all the way out to Suffolk. And once you get out to Suffolk, keep going all the way out to the end of the water, And that's where you'll find Stony Brook. And unfortunately, it was the other way around. Stony Brook had to travel to the Bronx to boogie down. And they came up more than short, losing 14-45. I will say Fordham is on fire. They are 3-0 at home, 6-1 in league, and that 6-1 overall. Excuse me. And in case you were wondering, the quarterback over there, he's legit. Their only loss is to Ohio, and that is a 1A money game. And they did not get blown out. They pushed Ohio to the wire, losing 59-52. That's their only loss on the year. And so Fordham is my favorite for the Patriot League. And they went and got a CAA team, which I, again, would argue is one of the best conferences in FCS football. This is your CAA 2 Minute. Catch up with Coach. Peace.